Pisces horoscope for December 2019. Welcome, dear friends. I'm Marina, and this is an astrology prediction for December for people who have their sun or rising sign in Pisces. And this month will bring us lots of changes. Jupiter is moving to a new position, which is very important for you guys because Jupiter is the old ruler of Pisces. So we really have to dive deep into this ingression and what it can bring you. There is also a solar eclipse. The sun will be in conjunction with Jupiter as well, and Jupiter will have a trine with Uranus. All of those events are very specific, very beneficial, and can bring you new opportunities. There is a full moon, and Venus will have two exact aspects. So that's the most important, but of course, we are going to explore everything that happens during the month and will prepare you how to take advantage. Also, let me remind you that the astrology calendar for 2020 is available. If you want to get the heliacal phases, transits, ingressions, aspects, eclipses, moon positions for the whole year, check your link below the video. And now let's begin with the most important event for you guys, and definitely one of the key events for the year. Jupiter moves to your 11th house on the 2nd of December. Jupiter is the planet which can bring you new opportunities, success, growth, expansion, prosperity. And in the next 1 year, this may happen through other people. It could be a community work, teamwork, socializing with other people. Jupiter in 11th house can bring you all of that. You might create new friendships with people who have power or who have success, and they may show you how you can do something like they are doing, or they can allow you to grow together with them. And of course, you might feel more appreciated by your community, by your friends. And it's very important to pay attention to your contacts with other people. That's what 11th house is. Another thing is related also to our ideals. How do you see yourself as a dream, vision that you have for the future? Or something else which you are idealizing as a concept, idea, belief, whatever. Concentrate on that, expand, learn, grow. You might be more successful and you may get closer to this desire or future dream or ideal that you really have. And while Jupiter is in Capricorn, it will have a sextile with Pisces, which is another positive impact, especially if you are born at the beginning of the Pisces season or your ascendant is somewhere in the first degrees. It means that right after Jupiter moves to Capricorn, it will have a sextile with your sun or rising sign. And that's another positive impact, to grow, to learn, to be successful, to try new things and succeed in them. On the 3rd of December, we have two interesting events. Venus in 11th house, having a sextile with Mars in your 9th house. Very interesting combination because those are the most spiritual houses, especially if you have interests in that area. You want to expand your worldview, or you want to communicate with people who can teach you, who can be mentors or guides for you. This is a great time to dive deeper, to learn, to communicate with those people, and also to have time to learn the things that you really love. From a more practical perspective, this may also be a time to concentrate on your goals and take some actions. It may bring you joy, you might really like it, and this might boost your confidence to take action. On the same day, there are two other planets which interestingly trigger the same two houses as well. Mercury in 9th house in sextile with Pluto in 11th house. Amazing time to learn new things, to dive deeper and explore, and to research or transform your way of thinking, your beliefs, and also your goals. So it's an amazing combination that you have on the 3rd. On the 8th of December, we have one of the very few challenging aspects for the month. The Sun in your 10th house will square Neptune in your 1st house, which means that you need to be extra careful. Don't take important decisions. Don't start important new things. Be extra careful in business. You might be misled, or you may have a wrong idea about something, or you may not be that rational in your judgment, in your decision. So try to postpone the important decisions. At the same time, on the 8th of December as well, Venus in Capricorn in your 11th house is having a positive aspect with Neptune in your 1st house. This aspect can make you so romantic, so inspired, so connected to other people. It could be in love, in relationships, but also with your friends and your community. Time to share feelings, time to take care of the people that you love, to be kind, to be gentle, and also to use this creativity and do something practical with it, to take action. When 1st house is triggered, it means that you need to do something. So if you're in love with someone or attracted to someone, share your feelings. If you have a creative idea, go and execute on that. Just take the initiative. On the 9th of December, there is an interesting aspect. Mercury will move to your 10th house. Mercury is the planet of communication, negotiations, planning. And when it moves to your 10th house, it might make you more productive in your work and business, more successful negotiations, new ideas, ability to plan better your business projects, business negotiations as well, and overall concentrating your mind on business ideas, on business solutions, and things that you would like to achieve. Then on the 11th of December, Venus is having a conjunction with Saturn in your 11th house. Time to bring your accurate judgment when it comes to teamwork, communities, and friends. It's not the time to allow the emotions to take charge. It's the other way around. You have to take charge, and you have to take the decisions. This is a time when emotionally you might get distanced also from other people, and you may either decide to put some healthy boundaries, or in some cases you might get disappointed and frustrated by other people. So whatever the case is, remember that it's highly likely that you will be able to see the truth. It might be painful sometimes if you have allowed yourself to be misled, or you have believed in something which was just not true, and maybe you have expected more from other people. It's time to see things clearly. And it's always something nice when we have more clarity, because it gets us closer to the truth. On the 12th of December, there is an important full moon which will trigger your 4th and 10th house, one of the cardinal axes which can bring serious life changes. And this will be a time to find the balance between your personal life and your career. There are certain changes that may need to be accomplished, or you may also let go of things you don't need. You might change something, especially related to your home, your family situation, your personal life. And at the same time, this is also a moment that you may have more clarity. You may see things from a more realistic perspective. And if necessary, to let go of something you don't like. On the 13th of December, Mars, which is in your 9th house, will have a trine with Neptune in your 1st house. What an inspiring combination it is. You might dream of something big and you might take great actions. You might get inspired. You might learn or travel or do something more spiritual. It's an amazing combination. Creativity and intuition might be your best friends. At the same time, Venus will be in conjunction with Pluto in your 11th house, which can increase the emotions, can make the emotional atmosphere very intense, and can bring some dramatic feelings. It could be related to your community, to your friends, or the team you are part of. So make sure to be rational. Don't allow the emotions to be all over the place and define your decisions and actions. On the other side, what's positive to do is change the emotional communication with others, transform the situation. And eventually what can happen is that you might get really passionate and emotionally motivated to do something which you are idealizing, something which is a very high dream for you, something you really want to do. And other people may help with that as well. Then on the 15th of December, you have a great aspect with Jupiter in your 11th house and Uranus in your 3rd house. New communication, new contacts, which eventually can bring you success, may show you a new direction you need to take, may educate you about how you can do something. And it can be inspiring, it can be interesting, bringing more variety to your life and new ideas. 3rd house, those are the ideas we have, the knowledge, the information we have, and you may really expand in this area and do something different. On the 19th of December, Mars in your 9th house will have a positive aspect with Saturn in 11th house. Great aspect which can increase your productivity, can make you more patient and hardworking and consistent when it comes to doing things for your goals, chasing your goals, accomplishing things that you are dreaming about, and working hard for them. The other aspect on the 19th is a challenging one. Mercury in 10th house will have a square with Neptune in your 1st house. It means that you need to be very careful when it comes to business decisions, business planning, business negotiations, signing contracts, and if possible, just try not to do it. You might have some inspiring ideas, but it's not clear whether those ideas are really possible and realistic. So dive deep into this inspiration, but just don't execute the ideas immediately. Allow some time to pass until you take the final decision. And on the 20th of December, Venus is moving to your 12th house. This is a time to reevaluate your relationship situation, to allow yourself also to relax more, to enjoy the comfort of your private space. And also you might enjoy spending some time on spiritual practices as well. On the 21st of December, the Sun will move to your 11th house, which will help you to focus more on community work, your team, your ideals, and even your friends. Socializing with others, doing something together with them, focusing on your future, establishing a clear vision for your future. That's something amazing. And when we keep in mind that it's at the end of the year, it's also a great time for your New Year's resolutions. On the 22nd of December, Venus in 12th house is having a square with Uranus in 3rd house. There might be some emotional frustration, unexpected situations, lack of harmony in communication or in negotiations. So be cautious. Don't let your emotions to define your reactions, and don't take things too personally. On the very same day, however, there is one positive aspect between Mars in 9th house and Pluto in 11th house. Aspect which can make you extremely passionate about doing something, chasing your goals and your dreams, feeling confident, inspired, and motivated. Mars and Pluto are great friends actually, and they are the two planets of our will. So you can really use your will and do something impressive, do something remarkable, follow your dreams, or take action to accomplish your goals. It's an amazing time. Then on the 24th of December, which also happens to be Christmas Eve, we have a great aspect. The Sun will be in your 11th house and will have a trine with Uranus in your 3rd house. Positive surprises, new ideas, interesting connections with friends, with team, with communities, and time to get inspired and make changes. Allow those ideas to sink into your mind and then execute them. Take action, transform your life, learn new things, and plan the things that you want to change in your life. Then on the 26th of December, we have one of the most karmic events for the whole year, the solar eclipse in Capricorn in your 11th house. It's important to mention that the South Node and Jupiter are very close to the solar eclipse as well, and they are bringing their impact, of course. This will be a time when you need to let go of something that's no longer relevant, no longer important, or it's something negative that you just don't need. Let it go. Another possible scenario is that you may also have concrete results in an area that you have worked in, you have concentrated before, you are interested in. And with Jupiter there, this might be a potential for future growth, for future expansion, and a new type of goals that you might have. And on the following day, the 27th of December, the Sun will have an exact conjunction with Jupiter in your 11th house as well. Time for new belief system, time for a new future vision, new goals, new ideals, more positive atmosphere around you, successful communication with other people, and more focus on the future. Your vision for the future can really define what you achieve in your life. So spend some time with yourself. It's very close to the new year, so it's also a great time for the New Year's resolutions. Be honest with yourself. Allow yourself to dream big and visualize what you want to have in the future. And here comes the end of our prediction, when I need also to admit something to you guys. I made a mistake, and this is actually not true what you see here. Mercury is not ingressing Aquarius, it's ingressing Capricorn. And for most of the signs, I actually made the mistake with this interpretation, so my apologies, but in my defense, Mercury is still retrograde when I'm filming, so I'm sorry. Mercury is gonna be in your 11th house after the 28th, which means that it's a great time to socialize, to communicate, to connect even more, to share ideas with others, and just have more time for your friends. And with that, we are finishing our December prediction, the last prediction for 2019. Thank you so much for your time. Make sure to follow me on Instagram for more inspiration and free information. And if you want to get the 2020 astrology calendar, the link is below. Have a wonderful time, wonderful holidays, everyone, and I'll see you next year.